fucking finally. Jesus Christ. Alright. So, first thing. Can't be a softie. Can't worry about your score because it's going to be ups and downs. Number 2. Gotta have good, like, aim and reactions to what you're doing. Obviously, you can't fucking clear every corner perfectly when you're entry. Realistically, if you're going to be pop flashed out A main, obviously I'm going to go over pop flashes and shit. But for the time being, when you're pop flashed out of A main here, let's say fucking guy's throwing a pop flash from here, pop flash from back there. You're this guy here. You're waiting. How I do it, this is how I entry. Some people they like waiting for their flash to go off, then they run out after. Me, I go off as the flash is coming, and being right here, I'm already here. So I'm ready to go. That's how you need to be. So then it's like, as you're coming out here, it's all reaction and aim. Like, you can't fucking just come out here aiming like this. You know what I mean? That doesn't work as an entry. When you get pop flash, you got to be gun, ready to go. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes. Number 3, timing of the flash. Okay, so number 3 should be aim. Number 2, timing. Number 1, don't be a softie. Your score is not going to fucking matter when you're an entry. So you can't be soft. Can't listen to what people are saying about you. You play your own game, stick to yourself, be confident in your role, and be confident in your abilities. So that's number 1. Number 2, timing. So let's say this guy's throwing a pop flash here. And you know it's going to just go off wherever. I don't fucking know. Like, I can't worry about a thing. Let's say it's just going to go off in this general area. So what I like to know is how my flash is being thrown for me, where it's being thrown, and where it's going to land. So if I know the flash is going to land here, and what it's going to pop flash. So it's going to pop flash close. Maybe it'll get this guy a little, or guy peeking here for a split second to make him go back here. So when this is pop flashing here, and I'm entering on A main, I'm right here. I'm ready. As he's saying pop flashing, when I see fire in the hole go off, right when fire in the hole goes off, I'm immediately like this. Fire in the hole, run out, popped, I'm here. I'm taking this fight immediately, and my second guy is going to get this for me if this guy shoots me in the back. Because I'm not going to have time to clear this, especially if this is smoked here too. So this flash goes off, fire in the hole, time it to where I'm hitting it perfectly, and I'm out. That's a key. Another key thing is with entering, when you're going out first, you need to be creating room for your second and third guy coming out. Or just, if it's 2 guys mainly entry, like first 2 guys, usually it was me and Shroud. I'm the first guy coming out. I create room forever, like what our objective is. If we're going to do wrap here, he's going to be the second guy. So I need to make sure he can get out in this area to take these 2 fights right here. Then I come here. I don't want to be seen from Chuck because that's a really hard shot to hit. And then I try and get this guy. But my main goal is to always get my second guy space to be able to get the trade anywhere it is, and put him in a spot to get frag, especially Shroud, because he's very good. So there's like different ways, obviously, you can entry out of here. There's different kinds of pop flashes. Obviously, you can throw a pop flash from back here. You can throw them from here, like double click it. But I'm not going over that shit. I'm just saying the timing of where the flash lands, and you want to be pre-aiming a spot where a person's going to be. So usually when I get pop flashed out A main, I'm turned like this, and I swivel with it, so I'm looking right here. And then I react if he's to my right. But I mainly clear this corner, react up here, react here. Or if he's like... Because this pop flash here, especially if there's a smoke, this guy's going to be blind. This guy will be pop flashed here. Only thing I really die from is gay spot, which is right there. Or a guy right here. But generally, this guy's not going to be just holding an angle like this. Nobody holds this angle. He holds an angle like this, and he may or may not get pop flash, and if he doesn't, then I'm dead. But that's, again, the main thing is I want to be as far out here as possible to know where the person's killing me from. So when Shroud comes out, then he knows, and he can get the trade, have the chance to trade it, and then he has really good like sensitivity and flicks, so he can react to here if there's a second guy there. But the main goal is to get him out. Give Shroud space. So if you're going to be timing like a door hit too, I mean, those are like 3 key things. So it's just like you react, you can't care about what other people say about you.
It's okay, Alan. He's just
you have to
very close to my shaft.
have good timing with flashes that are being thrown. That's like the biggest fucking thing when it comes to entering. Obviously, you can. What people don't understand. If you're an entryer and you're playing against Virtus Pro or any of these top teams, there's no way you're just going to come out here like this. This is just not happening. If you don't have a flash and you're entering, you're 100% dead against the top team. Fact. So that's where smokes, flashes come into play. If you're just gonna think you're gonna entry with no fucking flash or smokes or nades, you have no idea like what it takes to be pro. You have to have flashes, smokes, set flashes, smokes, nades, whatever, anything to get the attention of this guy. So the whole thing is reading. So if me being an entry fragger, I think about what would I do against a person like that? I'm holding an angle or some lame angle like this to where it's hard for it to check. So my goal is to find a split or like a flash to make sure that person cannot game me. That's the whole key. You want to think about what they're doing as like an opponent on you. So like, but you also have to take risks and rely on your teammate, which is trade fragging is probably the second most important thing. But that's why if we're, man, I wish I could buy nades right now, but I can't. Let's say you like smoke off quad right here, and you're gonna do a door exit. Like that's another. This is another good thing on cash. I'm just doing cash only right now. But like, you want to, if you think you're just gonna smoke this and be able to come out free, and let's say you smoke highway, so you double smoke these two. Obviously, the other team's gonna be throwing nades at you. So like, you double smoke this off. This guy's reaction here is like, okay, I'm going up here. I'm going to fight this angle and spray the door. Or he can spray this angle here. Or he could be on top of the fucking red. It's like he could be in general a lot of different areas. And you want to do things. And you need to be able to counter that. So he could be here spraying the door. So it's like, let's say you open the door, throw a quad smoke, there's a highway smoke down. Then you jump back across. You as an entry or the second guy behind you. Or third guy, sometimes you do 3 door take. Throw a molly off that so you can't be door. Quick clear this corner over here. Maybe jump across, as Brax likes to do. He jumps across to find where his players are playing. And then as you clear these angles, then now you're like, okay. You want to make sure, sometimes the timing sucks because this guy could be hiding and then randomly he'll just swing out hard on you. So if he does that, then that just sucks. But generally, when these two are smoked, these guys are going to be throwing counter nades over here. They could throw a molly on the door. They could smoke out the door. There's a lot of things they could do as CTs to actually counter you. But that's where like you have to have good radar navigation to see like up there. What I like to do, I like to just put my face into a wall, and as the flash starts coming out, I backpedal and jump through, and then I turn. That's like the main thing that I like doing. I always like trying to make sure I'm not blind, but then I could come through and be able to see. It's so, it's this game. The biggest thing with this game, it's so much timing, man. Like people don't understand how much timing plays a factor into anything. Like you could be having no strat and you can just randomly open the door and want to bust out door. Like they just call it the bust door and you just run out, pop flash goes off and go. At the same time you're about to do that, a guy could throw a fucking molly right there and kill the whole entire thing. So I mean there's a lot of different things. It's even like taking highway. When I'm about to peek highway, there's times I like to make plays. You want a flash to go off and you take peek, you know what I mean? You want to be peeking with flashes. And you have to change up your timing how you're peeking a corner, because you could be peeking it like this. Let's say you're about to peek a corner. Flash goes off, peek it. Opper's reaction right when the flash goes off when he's quad takes a shot right when the flash goes off. So maybe the flash goes off, 1/1000, then swing. Nothing there, then you can make a play here, or you just go back to where your team is. It's just all reactions and mid-game plays. So you have to be able to, your team will either give you that freedom to be able to make those plays on your own, or you just have a set team and say, okay, that was clear, nothing was there. I'm either going to walk up or we're going to do a B split, you know what I mean? Or you can just smoke off highway, go to the top, pop flash through the highway smoke. I mean, there's a lot of different things you could do. But the main thing is an entry fragger, like, especially when you're coming through B here. So opera at the crack. This is the main one that every single opera will shoot instantly. You throw a flash right here off the wall and it pops here. This guy's holding here. Every person always jumps that corner. No matter what, right when that flash goes off, he's going to shoot. This is the one corner that I hate going fast at, but every team wants you to go fast right when that flash goes off to get in the opera's face. And I think it's good to get in the opera's face because you catch him off guard. But normally when there's an opera here, there's another player somewhere around here guarding him, unless he's playing B alone. So when there's a player guarding him, he's going to be in a spot where he could trade or get 2 kills because he's catching people off guard in a certain spot. So he could be a headshot. This guy could be here, take the op shot, and run straight to here while a guy's sitting here baiting for his teammates. That's another thing you have to look at. You have to be aware of everything that's going on as an entry and the second person. Second person wants to be trailing him a decent amount to where he can always get a trade kill when the first guy dies. But you jump. The main thing is, like, sometimes they smoke here. I mean, what I usually like doing, if you know you have a molly, you can molly this out, and this is like one of these areas that it's kind of like a 50-50, because if he's sitting here like this, then a pop flash here will blind him. So usually I don't like when there's a smoke here. I usually like getting in the smoke, having a teammate pop flash through, and you jump through and getting in the sight quick. The main thing is all timing, reacting off the pop flash. So if it's going off here, you know it's going off, then you're here quick. You don't want to be running up this way, because this is how you get killed from here, here, sight, headshot, sight over here. I mean, there's so many places you get killed. You never want to run this way. This is a death trap as a first person. Unless you see this guy get blind and you know the second guy is somewhere in checkered or behind you, then you could take this route, because the third guy's going to be late to heaven or late to spawn. And normally your team's smoking here anyway, so you want to get in the site as fast as you can. But normally the safer route, when you know there's at least only, when there's one guy in the site or one guy somewhere unknown, then you want to be taking this route, because you know a guy's in sight somewhere. But the main thing is to enter, you need a pop flash every single time you're going out. You need set nades. You need set, like, smokes, flashes, everything. Mainly pop flashing is the biggest thing to give you the space to get out there, because you need to make the CT shift. Like, I remember on LAN, Smith was sitting right here. We had no pop flash. All he did was take a shot, drop like this. Got me a kill. Got a free kill. It was 45 instantly. And it's done. It happened to me a lot. And that can't happen. So when you're waiting here, you need a pop flash to go off to be able to at least, you don't want to jump, because if the guy's like not blind, then you can't win that fight. So you want to take the space immediately when that flash goes off, because once you get here and you have three guys coming in, you're flooding. Unless a guy makes a huge play on vent or a huge play here, this sight guy's in fucking trouble. You have two guys wrapping. This one guy can go either left or not, like up this way, but like he could be like kind of sitting here strafing back while I come up here, and then he could come up after and get the trade. I mean, there's a lot of, this guy usually in sight is always fucked, especially when it's explode on B. Another big thing is too, is just as an entry, you need good comms. You need to be able to understand that, like, if you feel like you can like feel like, let's say you're out middle and you come out, like you do a mid boost, you do take late mid, and you're here, kill the guy highway, 4v5. Now you know 4v5 situation, other team has to make a play to even up the numbers. So sometimes you don't necessarily have to make a play, but if you feel like when you're the first person, sometimes you just you have like something in your stomach. I don't know why. It just tells you, okay, there's a person right here. If you don't do something right now, you are going to die. So instead of waiting for him to make the move or kill you, you can have your teammate, hey bro, there's a dude right here. I know he's here. Throw a flash for me and I'm going to kill him. Flash comes, peek, quick kill. Or don't even peek at all. Just have him flash and back him off. You know what I mean? So there's things you can do as an entry to calm. And you don't have to necessarily peek it. Or you do peek it and kill him. But you can also lose your team the round by making it 4v4. And that's the thing that sucks. That sucks. I like being that player that can make or break a round, which is great. But you have to take chances as an entry, man. Like, even like making little tiny plays over at A, you know. It's like me when I'm here, we're about to execute it A, and I can just feel it. They're saying, okay, 10 seconds. I'm like, no, I can hear the guy run down highway to mid right now. Throw a flash out, flash out. There's only one guy in the site. You know the guy's down here in highway, so he's by himself in A. Those are the things you need to be here as a first person in. You just get that feeling and urge, and you can understand the setup. So you have to be paying attention very well round by round. So when they smoke, just be like, no, there's only going to be one guy's sight. And even if there's a smoke here, flash in the smoke, jump out, and you know there's only going to be one guy here. And if this sight guy is not peeking you, then you could take this fight right here. Even if this isn't smoked, but you know this guy ran down here, you could take these kind of fights.